or skillful like De La Hoya. Those wins over the likes of Diego Corrales, Juan Manuel Marquez, brilliant fighters over the years. But McGregor bringing something different. Look at that. Quick shuffle, the speed.
Well, one of Mayweather's main attributes through his whole career, and the list of names goes on, the greats that he's beaten and you know, made look basic, is his reflexes. And reflexes are the first thing to go. Mayweather's 40 years old, he's had 2 years out. Them reflexes just aren't what he's used to, what he expects them to be. It's too early to start, you know, saying his reflexes are gone, but that could be a massive problem for him. He'll only know about that when he fights, when he competes, because sparring does not show you where you are.
Floyd, as you see, is invested in 2 good body shots so far, the straight right to the midsection. You've got to think that's going to sap the energy of Conor McGregor as long as this fight goes.
Falling short here, Mayweather, leading in with the right hand, looking a bit clumsy and then falling in with his head. I'd like to see Mayweather get the jab going.
Body shots were being hinted at as Floyd gave us his speech at the press conference earlier in the week, saying it's all very well giving it, but can you take it?
It would be a smart game plan to slow the bigger man down. But every time he covers that distance and steps in, he's at risk of that uppercut. Conor's certainly looking for it.
This is a boxing novice, Carl, who's never entered a ring against a man who's dominated it and first laced up the gloves when he was 4 years old. It's extraordinary it's even happening, and Conor McGregor looking just about all right in there.
You know what, he's making it competitive and he's making it awkward. Sort of getting behind Mayweather there, stepping around him. So why not make it complicated and as horrible as he can, especially early doors.
And the early predictions are gone. First round, no. Second round, no. All hype, question mark. Doesn't want the water. Wants to look over the other side of the ring. Floyd Mayweather. And the Conor McGregor team all around him. Trainer John Kavanagh has been with him for years. Owen Roddy. Martin Lobov, Tommy McCormack. It's the UFC guys, isn't it? That's how he's wanted to do it. Yes, he's fun with Chris Van Heerden, with Paulie Malignaggi, but he's done it his way under his conditions, hasn't he, Dan?
He certainly has. I have to say that is the best dressed corner team I've ever seen as well. They're all looking very sharp.
Well, he's got his suit off, he's got his white shorts on, Conor McGregor, and he's in this fight.
As we expected, Conor skirting the rules a little bit, testing the referee to see what he can get away with. He brought Joe Cortez in for sparring sessions to really kind of understand the Queensberry rules, but he's going to try and push his luck, of course.
Of course he is, if he can back up Mayweather and rough him up with that physical strength. Definitely.
I wonder if Mayweather's just, you know, trying to draw the work out of Conor, get him breathing. He picked the body there, nice right hand to the body. And I noticed Conor McGregor, although he's obviously not exhausted, he was breathing quite heavily going back to the corner at the end of round 2. And this is a 12 3-minute fight. He's not used to this.
No, he's used to 5 minutes, isn't he, in the rounds in the UFC. And as we said, Mayweather does these 3 minutes over the course of the championship distance perfectly. It's almost like a clock inside him. He knows what he has to do and when.
Most definitely. It's a different kind of pacing to a mixed martial arts fight, and Floyd's a master at pacing himself over 12 rounds. But Conor McGregor is a power puncher, so whenever he throws these punches, he puts a lot more effort into them than Floyd does. Floyd's a stinger. He likes to pick at 60%, whereas Conor, he's looking to land that big shot.
Tries a body shot there. McGregor got his wish of 8-ounce gloves, but not what he's used to, and Mayweather has fought in them many times.
Looks like McGregor's been studying the Gervonta Davis knockdown.
Listen to the crowd.
Couple of jabs there landed from Conor McGregor. Mayweather trying to get his feet in range and look for that right hand to the body. Struggling, I think, a little bit with the reflexes getting out of the way of them shots. That jab's already halfway there with McGregor's awkward, long-rangey southpaw jab.
Yep, it's the unorthodox moves and the speed as well. And Mayweather just trying to get himself settled.
There's that right hand again to the body, and if you look at Conor McGregor, He's breathing. I mean, I can see when an athlete's struggling slightly and he's starting to breathe. His mouth's open and he's really early, and Mayweather will pick up on that as he keeps trying to shoot the body. He won't worry about the score this early. He'll be trying to probably take this late, smiling there, Floyd Mayweather, as if to say, I'm enjoying myself here. And he really does look in cruise control, Mayweather. He's not having it all his own way. He's lost the first 2 rounds on points, but I don't think it matters. I don't think Floyd Mayweather cares.
I certainly think Floyd came in with the expectation that he was probably going to give up a couple of rounds, because this is where Conor's going to be strong in these first couple of rounds. He does throw a lot into these punches, and we've got to expect that Floyd Mayweather is going to draw him a little bit. I mean, not enough credit's been given to the risk that Floyd Mayweather is putting on his whole career here. Conor's the unknown commodity in this. We don't know anything about him. Floyd has not been able to study any boxing footage of Conor McGregor other than a few small clips.
Well, it's not wild and woolly. He's got a plan, McGregor, and he's full of concentration, and he's serious. And there's father and son in the corner, the team. Robert Bird just having a word with Floyd. What are their tactics? Just to let McGregor expend the energy, then start to really pot shot, counter, utilise the body work and side him apart. Is that the idea? Once he's run out of steam?
I think the McGregor camp will be saying, let's take him late. Let's let him have his little bit of fun early on. Let him feel he's getting success. Conor McGregor landing a few shots, but he's already breathing. He came in just inside the 154 weight limit. How much did he struggle to get that weight off? Dan, do you know how he did the weight?
Yeah, it was quite a controlled decreasing of his weight. He's got George Lockhart working with him, who's a very, very good weight cutting specialist. Look at this pressure early. Conor backing him up against the ropes, landing a few shots.
Mayweather saying that's low, but look at this. He's suddenly cranked up the heat here, Conor McGregor.
Mayweather happy to sit there with a nice tight defence, slipping and rolling. Doesn't look like his usual old self.
Grabbing hold of that arm in there as well, McGregor.
Floyd's so good at riding these punches and covering up and just allowing his opponent to work.
Smiles down at ringside, gives you a little wink, Carl. Floyd Mayweather, he feels in control. Or maybe it was to Dan Hardy.
See, this is where the weight advantage could potentially become a disadvantage for Conor if he's slowing him down.
Good body shot from Mayweather went in, and a nice one to the head as well. And now he's starting to get on the front foot here, Floyd Mayweather.
Conor missing with that lead hand. Floyd's now landing a few shots to the chin of McGregor, a nice overhand right.
Both predicted knockouts. McGregor early. Mayweather said he owes it to the fans after he felt was a disappointment with Pacquiao.
Mayweather getting to work here. I think, you know, he's sensed a little bit of a drain in Conor McGregor's energy. He's sensed the pace slowing down. He can see him breathing. And he's just put a few little testers together. A couple of straight rights to the body, one to the chin. And he starts to look the part as he unloads Mayweather.
It's these quick whipping body shots that we were thinking would happen, but McGregor's still full of volume. How long can he keep the pace up as Mayweather plants or tries to another one in?
Really working to the body now with that straight right.
Just walking forward now, Mayweather. He's taking the odd jab, but McGregor's being backed up and breathing. His chin's in the air and his mouth's open. And this is still really, really early in terms of a professional, which is what it is, a professional boxing match.
And Dan, virtually all of Conor McGregor's knockouts in the MMA world have happened by now.
They have, that's very true. He's a fast worker. He likes to connect early and hurt his opponents. Now, obviously, Floyd Mayweather is a very difficult person to connect cleanly. And the danger is not the punches that he lands, but the punches that he misses. As we've seen on stats, most of the punches that are thrown at Mayweather miss. 20% of them land, but 80% of them miss. And it's difficult to pull those punches back and slow them down, because that's when you're exposed.
McGregor trying to work the body too, but it's Mayweather who's had more success in that department. And a lovely right hand, sweet shot, picked by Mayweather. And he's beginning to feel comfortable with this unorthodox McGregor, the man who is the boxing novice.
Floyd Mayweather looking really comfortable, really confident. He's through a couple of shots. He's really pleased with himself, very pleased. He's smiling almost nonchalantly. great word there from Floyd Mayweather.
You know him well. Is he beginning to tire, McGregor?
He certainly is. We've seen in all of his fights where it's gone the distance or it's gone into the later rounds, he does have a drop-off. It's because he spends so much energy in those punches when he throws them. He throws them with intention. He throws them with hurtful, meaningful power behind them. But if they miss, he has to pay for them himself.
I told the corner.
No energy.
Right, grab the floor recovery.
Floyd Mayweather there picking a nice left cross. He walked into a left cross himself at the same time, but what he's doing now, Floyd Mayweather, he's backing up Conor McGregor, making him work, letting him work to a certain degree, because he's seeing that Conor McGregor is breathing. He's not looking comfortable in there at all. Mayweather knows that. The Mayweather can't know it, and now I think we're going to start to see Floyd Mayweather enjoy himself and really do a bit of a masterclass. That's what I'm expecting.
Conor McGregor, the former plumber who became king of the UFC. Jose Aldo taking out Nate Diaz, of course, he's ringside tonight. One apiece. Eddie Alvarez in New York last November. He's ruled your world, hasn't he, Dan? And he's done it with something completely different. The style, the charisma, the personality on a stick.
He has, and that's why we're so fascinated to see this, to see if he can in fact transcend the sport of mixed martial arts. As a superstar, he's done that already. But as a boxer, that's what we're looking for right now. And at the moment, he seems to be slowing down, he seems to be struggling. Another thing that I thought was interesting, usually Floyd is the last to get off his stool. He sits on his stool until the bell starts and he gets up and walks to the centre immediately. He was the first off the stool. I think he recognises that Conor is slowing down.
Most online feel that Conor McGregor has won the majority of the opening rounds. He certainly, I think, won the first couple. Mayweather certainly the last one. Has he done better, Carl, than you thought he would already?
Who, Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
You know, the first couple of rounds, but Mayweather did nothing. Now this is starting to warm up and become a, you know, what I'd say a boxing match. And to me, it's just really, really one-sided in Mayweather's favour. I think Mayweather's doing exactly what he wants to do. He's smiling, he's having it all his own way. Maybe I'm seeing something different, but to me, Mayweather looks really comfortable, really happy. Almost, dare I say, as if he's taking his time. And McGregor now doesn't have any sting in his punches.
Yep, he's beginning to walk McGregor down, who had that early success, but he didn't put it all on the line. He didn't absolutely go for broke, maybe trying to pace himself and thinking it was impossible to get that knockout in one or two, but who knows, it's too late now. They could have been the best tactics.
There's nothing on these punches from McGregor, there's just nothing, they're arm shots. Mayweather will happily sit in front of them, and then that will give him the confidence to then pick some heavy counter punches, which is what he's doing now.
It's the ring craft of boxing, isn't it, Dan?
This is where the experience pays off. Knowing how to rest, knowing how to distribute your punches, and knowing how to not throw with full power in everything that you throw.
Big left hand from Floyd Mayweather. And McGregor had to retreat, and now he holds on. And he looks like he's struggling with the pace. The legs slightly shaky as well of Conor McGregor.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more clinch work from Conor. I was expecting him to try and weigh on Floyd a little more against the ropes.
They swap body shots, but it's Mayweather who looks like he is the boss with the authority and the power, despite not being a knockout specialist in recent years up at this weight and welterweight. A big puncher back at super featherweight. He just gave Conor a punch after the break. Just a push, a shove.
Yeah, I think it was more of a shove. Get out of my way. Just to let him know that he's in control. Well, Mayweather really enjoyed himself here now.
Do not throw when he covers up. Do not throw. Throw when he throws. You have the timing of it.
Not been dirty though, has it? You know, Conor McGregor obviously a lot of penalties.
You cover
He's
up.
making over $100 million tonight. Robert Birch just having a small word, but it's been very professional. And you thought it would be from what he's done in the UFC.
Yes, I didn't think he would do anything outlandish. I thought he would skirt the rules a little more than he is, tie him up, use head position a bit more, and try and muscle him in the clinch. But he's playing very fairly.
He obviously thought he was going to win beforehand because of his ego and his confidence. What is he feeling now, do you believe, mentally and physically.
Well, now he's realising that he can't just throw whatever shots he likes at Floyd Mayweather. He's really going to have to be more economical, and he's learning on the spot here. He's very good at adapting to his opponents. So he's watching Floyd Mayweather, he's studying him, and he's reading him. Whether he has the conditioning to back it up, though, is really the question here. But this is good work for Conor. You know, remind Floyd that it's a fight.
Turned his back there, Mayweather. Came back with some body shots, but there's a bit of rough stuff from the king of the UFC. They touch gloves, though. There is that respect after all the ridiculous comments they were throwing at each other. Some funny, some out of order in the four-city tour. Mayweather with a shot to the chin.
If McGregor doesn't get any success at all, I'm expecting a couple of dirty, rough tactics. We saw a bit there. Mayweather did turn his back, but McGregor really should have stopped punching. But, you know, nothing too malicious.
Shakes his head, McGregor, at the body shots that went in. Mayweather opening his arms and looking more aggressive than we've seen him in recent years.
He's certainly doing his best to work with the body shots. I have to give Conor credit. I mean, he's taken a few shots now, but I think his head movement, I think his defence has been quite good so far, especially considering that Floyd is the best in the world right now.
Starting to put some power and some weight in his punches now, Mayweather. You know, I'd say he stepped it up there a couple of notches with that little burst. And he had success as well, and he just sort of sits back and smiles. You can see when he plants his feet, he throws that, he looks for that right-hand counter. His right heel on his right foot's off the ground, because he's looking for that right-hand counter. And when that lands, and if it starts to land, I don't think it's going to be long, this fight.
McGregor tapping away to the body, not really putting full force into those shots, attempting the uppercut, but being walked down. That was low from Mayweather, but that wasn't the body shot that followed up.
This is draining work, sapping work for both men, but you know, Conor McGregor will be feeling this a lot more than Mayweather, who's really enjoying himself in there now.
A smile from McGregor. The young pup, he calls himself the young lion. It's the old man, the 40-year-old in there, who's looking fitter. Incredible.
Floyd looks excellent. He's very efficient. He looks fresh. He's enjoying himself in there, but he still can't get reckless. Conor's still got that one-punch power if he needs it. Beautiful slip to the outside there.
The Irish in full voice. Already, he's got to the halfway point, or thereabouts, as he ships another right hand. And even if he doesn't win, as few expect us, Conor McGregor upset, it will be a moral victory the more rounds he goes. And if he can somehow see it out, wouldn't it, Dan?
It would be quite an amazing feat.
Mayweather starting to tick off the sessions for you, Carl.
Yeah, he's just having it all his own way in there, walking McGregor down. McGregor has a little go. You can see here, Mayweather turned around and McGregor still continuing to... But the referee really there should have stepped in. Mayweather not making too big a deal about it, but you know, Floyd Mayweather now just stepping forward, having everything his own way, and you can see that McGregor's mouth's open as he draws in air for them tired lungs.
You have to wonder whether coming in at 149 was a tactic for Floyd Mayweather, coming like a marathon runner, be able to keep a consistent pace for 36 minutes.
Yep, when he comes in light, he often does that. And it's all gone according to plan in the build-up, I'm sure, Floyd Mayweather. Masters the whole camp, the build-up, everything. He's never, ever out of shape, and that's why he's lasted 21 years as a professional. Robbed in Atlanta of what should have been a gold medal as well.
This is where the golfing class and experience will start to show through McGregor. I now for Mayweather.
58-56.
Like he's sparring a novice pro, and he's just having it all his own way.
By 2 to Mayweather on your card.
Yep, same for me. 2 rounds to 4 for Floyd Mayweather at the moment. First 2 for Conor, and now Mayweather's coming on strong.
26 knockouts in those 49 wins. He did manage to get rid of Victor Ortiz. That was a little bit controversial, of course, when he dropped his hands, but not a stoppage win really since Ricky Hatton way back at the MGM Grand across the street. So I'm sure Floyd Mayweather will want to finish his boxing career with a stoppage if he can.
Watch your hands.
Yes, I think he will. I think he'll probably go through the gears and slowly step on it as his fight goes through for the second half of the fight. And from what I'm seeing, I'm sure he'll get the stoppage. Just as and when he wants. He's really enjoying himself in there now, Floyd.
Nice right straight. Put Conor on his heels for a second. Beautiful footwork from Conor, circling out, digging a short body shot. You're right what you said, Carl, earlier though. The power now, he's gone from those punches. They just seem to be picking shots now. Not troubling Floyd Mayweather too much, not slowing him down.
And the danger with that, Mayweather can just walk through him and do exactly what he wants.
They're just shots really to try and fend Mayweather off, who's getting through with more regularity. And the truth of the ring really beginning to tell. Not the octagon, not the streets. Mayweather wouldn't have a chance, would he? But in his squared circle, he is boss, and he is the best of our generation. A lovely right hand, and he's beginning to chew up Conor McGregor here.
Incredibly accurate with that punch. Even caught Conor as he was circling away, trying to use some tricky footwork.
Blood from the mouth of McGregor.
Mayweather looking for that right hand now, counter with the right hand, looking for that shot. Still enjoying himself. And I think once he decides to close the show, I think the show will be closed.
How well has McGregor done for you, both of you, with this challenge?
I think he's doing well. You know, he won the first 2 rounds for me. Obviously, this is not his sport. This is his very first boxing match. So, you know, there was going to be it's going to be throwing at the deep end. It's a quick learning curve for him, especially against Floyd Mayweather.
I've got to be honest, I'm not impressed. I was expecting a lot more.
A lot more fire, maybe, early on. He's sticking with it, but he's being totally outclassed now. Andy and Tony Bellew alongside us. How are you seeing it, Tony?
Tony, what have you made of this so far?
I think Floyd basically had a good look for 2 rounds and didn't really do much. And now, you know, he's just took over. It's clearly to see it's a boxer against an MMA fighter. Conor just can't impose himself. There's nothing in any of his punches now. He's just getting teed up on, to be honest. So, you know, at the end of his knee, he's absolutely exhausted, Conor McGregor. He's not used to these sporadic movements. He's not used to these fast pace from Floyd Mayweather. He's never seen speed like this. I give him so much credit because it's gone further than I ever imagined. But he's in there, he's sucking it up, fair play to him. But he's outmatched and outgunned in every department here.
Ultimately, it's a different sport. Would you give Andy Murray a squash racket, he'd do all right, wouldn't he? But he wouldn't beat the world champion in squash. It's always been that imponderable that Conor McGregor is going into Floyd Mayweather's world, and that's how it's shaping up now.
We were under no pretense that this was going to be a 50-50 fight. The chances of Conor McGregor winning this fight were always slim, but we're all here for that possibility. We're not here to watch Floyd Mayweather win by decision again. We're here for the possibility of Conor landing that big punch.
So he's obviously tactically tried to get through as many rounds as he could, but Carl's saying he's disappointed with the performance. Should he have really just put it all on the line, got it all out there, and the first couple have just gone for broke? We don't know.
We don't know. It's quite possible, but then again, you know, how do you do that? If you give the first 4 rounds, you give everything you've got, then you've got 8 rounds to get through with the best boxer in the world. It makes sense to be a little cautious.
Clipping him on the chin again, Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather doing what he wants. He will end this fight when he wants to end it. Oh my words, when he decides this fight's over, Floyd Mayweather will step on the gas. I know he likes to gamble as well, so dare I say, maybe he's picked himself around. You know, he's that kind of character. But when he decides, this fight will be over.
8, 9, 10 was the sort of talk around the media tent this week. Body shots, possibly. McGregor being stopped on his feet, the towel going in. We were thinking of everything. I even dreamt that Conor McGregor won in a couple of rounds last night. We've had every scenario, but the reality is that Floyd Mayweather is far, far too good at this.
He's excellent. He is absolutely excellent. You know, as far as boxing goes, you'd be hard-pressed to find someone that is as efficient and as educated in boxing as Floyd Mayweather. It was always a big ask for Conor to step into the ring, but he's standing in there, he's holding his own, he's playing to Floyd Mayweather's rules here. This is not a mixed martial arts fight. You have to give credit for both of these guys, not only for Conor stepping in and giving his best, but also for Floyd for taking this risk.
Tries to turn Mayweather there. He really has conducted himself excellently within the rules here, Conor McGregor. But the rules have always favoured Floyd Mayweather. And you haven't seen him with this sort of approach in quite a few fights, walking this man down, almost having fun in there, isn't he?
Well, when you're in the gym learning, the first thing you tell your student is to not walk your opponent, not just walk forward, doing what you want, because you're open to counter punches. But Floyd Mayweather able to just walk forward, relax, and just throw what he wants and land at will, really.
I think Tony's right. He had a look at him for a couple of rounds, as Mayweather always does, and then he got to work. And I believe he wants to give the fans the stoppage. Anything more from Conor McGregor, or not?
Well, I've had a couple of interesting conversations, people that were spectators at his sparring matches, and there is definitely a few rounds in the fight where he does drop off, but he finds his second wind, 8, 9, 10. I think we're going to see him pick up again a little bit. I think he knows that now the fight's getting closer to the end. He can start pushing and investing a little more in those punches. I expected the early part of the fight to be Conor throwing big, and then later on in the rounds, when he knows he's got less time to go.
All the stars here, Jennifer Lopez, Angelina Jolie somewhere, Jeremy Piven, P. Diddy. They're all in here, and I know a great deal many would have wanted to come if commitments allowed. Just to say you were here for this one-off bizarre match, which has literally captured the imagination. It's been an incredible build-up. And the fight's still going on. McGregor with success, some success in the first couple of rounds. Oh, looks for the body shot. And Mayweather heard that. Was that low or was that legitimate?
Well, he was borderline, and Mayweather making a bit of a deal of it. Is he hurt? Is he? Well, he's smiling, so he didn't quite know what's going on for Floyd Mayweather, but a shot went in, it looked borderline, and he's made a bit of a deal of it here.
We should get Dan Hardy back again. You predicted Conor McGregor's going to come strong again now.
I think he does. He gets a second wind. He starts to pick up a little bit. I think it's partly to do with the fact that he's got short time left. He knows he's getting into the last few rounds, so he can invest a little more in these punches. But that was a low blow for my money. I thought Floyd took that and then Conor capitalised on it. But we expect Floyd to play to the rules as well. There was another slightly low blow, glanced off the elbows of Floyd Mayweather. Beautiful.
Certainly increases work rate here, Conor McGregor. Going for it. Maybe he feels that he hasn't really done that, and he'll want to go out on his shield, and maybe he's putting this real effort in for the next round or two if he can try and just get something off, because Mayweather's so accurate now.
You can see now the lack of respect that Floyd Mayweather has for Conor's power. He knew that he was dangerous in the early couple of rounds, which is why he took his time, but now he is walking him down. There was a weakened leg there from Conor McGregor.
I think the legs are gone there. I mean, he's really struggling.
I think he's very tired. I think that might have been a last gasp effort from McGregor. Here comes Floyd Mayweather in the 9th round. Is this the money round? Is this the one that he wanted?
Conor was looking up there to check the time of the round. We've still got half a round to go. He's taking deep breaths. Floyd's coming on strong.
Backed up in his own corner now.
Real danger zone here for Conor McGregor. Floyd Mayweather in his own way, smiling, looking around.
Oh, just falling into the ropes. He's virtually running on empty, Conor McGregor. He's tried his best.
I think Mayweather's looking for a big shot. He's wanting to time a big shot.
I'm surprised now that Floyd Mayweather's hunting for his head. I was expecting him to invest a little more in the body, especially with his opponent taking deep breaths.
45 seconds left in the round, and Conor McGregor has to hold. And Robert Byrne says, no, you don't do that. It's a lonely place in there, and Floyd Mayweather is dancing his way towards victory.
Well, a moment of reality now for Conor McGregor as he's backed up and hit at will by Floyd Mayweather. At the end of this round, referee having a close look. Mayweather really just got to time one big shot.
Switches there, McGregor. Southpaw to orthodox. Mayweather worked out the Rubik's Cube very, very quickly after a couple of rounds, and now it's a matter of time.
There's no doubt that Conor's got an excellent chin. I have a feeling that a lot of this is down to fatigue.
Very brave from Conor McGregor to get through that round. Fair play. He's heard that bell. And I don't know what they're going to tell him in that corner. Floyd Mayweather having it all his own way, landing some big shots. Surprised to see Conor McGregor still on his feet in here at the end of that round.
Okay, pop a shot, side, lean. We'll cover this round, okay? Do this round.
They're still slipping most of the shots. Slip and hit back.
We need to take this round off, okay? Every time he throws a shot, end the
He looks
inside.
a rather forlorn figure in that corner, Conor McGregor, as if reality is hitting round after round. But that is why Floyd Mayweather has been at the top of this sport. This sport, boxing, the king.
It has to be an intimidating prospect when you've thrown your best at your opponent and they seem unfazed and they're still walking you down with the same speed in their punches as they were in the second, third, fourth round. Immediately Floyd walked to the centre of the ring to force Conor to work. Very, very intelligent.
And Conor McGregor, let's not forget, he's physically exhausted. So, you know, it doesn't matter what he does now. With that exhaustion, it'd be difficult to, you know, even walk straight.
A lot of guts and heart and spirit, as we thought would happen from Conor McGregor. So wants just to get through this. Even if the power is totally diminished, he'll try and hang in there. But Mayweather wants a different outcome. This is the round where he took apart Diego Corrales finally. 5 knockdowns in that fight. I think that was one of his best ever displays against a very, very dangerous unbeaten fighter at the time. And now it's going to be a knockout reel.
I think the referee's going to have a close look because this could get dangerous.
Oh, he's staggering, tottering. Robert Byrd on the verge of stopping the punishment. Conor McGregor's game effort is over, and Floyd Mayweather seals his place in boxing history forever.
What a beautiful performance by Floyd Mayweather. Concise and economical. Very, very good. A masterclass of boxing.
A first-time Hall of Famer, the finest of his generation, and Conor McGregor, the king of UFC, learned what it was all about. He tried, he gave it everything. He's got nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about. He got through 9 rounds. He says he's good. It was just what we thought all along, that boxing is boxing, and McGregor was a novice. Look at that smile. Maybe the first to make $1 billion in his career. Cha-ching, cha-ching, money all round for these two. Look at that respect. And we thought that would happen after Conor lost in the UFC. All the hyperbole, all the nasty stuff. They're going to be mates now.
It's one of the amazing things about Conor McGregor, and one thing that surprised me after the loss to Nate Diaz is how well he handled it. He picks himself up, he assesses what went wrong, and he moves forward. This will make him a better fighter at the end of the day. He'll return to the octagon as a person that went several rounds with the best boxer on the planet. That's a credential in itself.
Yeah, he showed Mayweather a lot of respect. They went over to him, but to, you know, to be fair, the talking that he did, the way he picked himself up on the building for this, he couldn't really do anything other than to give Mayweather respect, because, you know, people will say that was embarrassing. I'm not saying that because he survived 9 rounds with the best in the business, but he was just not competitive at all.
No.
From round 3.
You could say after the second round it was all one-sided traffic. I think it would have been embarrassing though if Conor McGregor had fallen apart in a couple of rounds.